Hello, good morning. Well, there's two of us here this morning. I have two cameras going at the same time. And the lovely cappuccino this morning. So cheers to you both. And my thought for today, 3:30 in the morning. I just spent probably about an hour talking to a good friend back in England. And he too was like you out there, probably. He was an expat, or he is an expat, but he's now back in the UK. I won't give his name, it's not really relevant, but my goodness, he's had a lot of, he's done it twice, let's put it that way. He's gone through absolute hell and back on both cases. But like all things, lots of channels talk about red flags, white flags, blue flags, whatever flags you want to call them. But they're called warning signs, effectively. Now, do we listen to them? Of course not. We go in blindly. We trust our own judgment. We think we know everything. Do we? No, we don't. Even when we've been careful, made what we believe to be an honest attempt, a good result of common sense. No, we're still stupid. Why? Because, let's put it this way, let's draw a little analogy here. If you had a good friend, man or woman, doesn't matter who you chose as that friend. If he lied to you or she lied to you, would you put up with it? If she was constantly making out, she was jealous that you were up to something when you knew you weren't, would you still see her as your friend? Would you listen to her constant storytelling, telling tales, gossiping? Would you listen to her? Would you not get tired of it? Maybe not be so eager to call around and have a coffee? Or would you just put up with it? I suggest if you come to the Philippines, that's exactly what you do. And by doing so, you will end up in the same position as my good friend in England. He has, for at least the last 12 months that I know, finished with her. But he's still sending money. He's still being trapped. And I kept reminding him, he's like an alcoholic. He can't break the habit. And until he starts to, instead of stop worrying about what she's going through, he needs to love himself first. I know it's not some liberal, wishy-washy stuff, but I'll give you a simple thought. I allowed myself, yes, I'll put my hand up, I allowed myself to forget myself, to spend every waking moment making everybody around me feel happy, feel fulfilled. I maybe didn't achieve it every day, but I tried. Since I've been here nearly 4 weeks now, 4 weeks this Friday, what have I done? I've listened to more BS. I've had to endure more innuendo and threats. I've now decided that you can't flog a dead horse. And therefore, I've started to look at myself. Yes, my teeth. That's number one, but we'll leave that one where it is. Unless, of course, paypal.me/John N. Childs might make a difference. But regardless, all jest aside, I went to SM 3 weeks ago now, and I bought myself a decent pair of sandals. Leather ones. Like a flip-flop, but leather ones. Dress sandals. I bought myself a couple of pairs, 3 pairs of shorts. A belt that worked. And an electric shaver. I started to look at myself before I looked at other people. And that was the important time for me. A realization that sometimes we spend too much time trying to help others and we forget ourselves. Yes, there were guys out there and women out there that told me, John, you need to do this, you need to do that. I can't help looking like Herman Munster or who was the other one? Boris Karloff, the ones that you said I look like. But I took it as a jest and I took it as a joke. And I suppose underneath my skin, being not as thick as I thought it was, it spurred me into believing that maybe I should stop and look at myself and start loving myself first. I don't mean with my hand. But that realization is important for us all, because especially when we come to the Philippines, I know we use that horrible expression that relationships here are transactional. Yes, they are. Now I understand exactly what you mean by it. You know, we have money. They need money. They need security. They need homes. They need cars. Do we? No. We're happy to become, if we want to, a Tom Sawyer, Huckleberry Finn, Beverly Hillbilly. There's plenty of foreigners out there that are living in shacks and having a good time. So I invite all of you to maybe step off that crazy wheel that so many of the foreigners are trying to paint, that this is paradise. It is. It's a wonderful place. And there are wonderful people out there, very kind, caring people out there. But they're also just like like a wok, stirring the water around. You look at the pebbles, the sand, and suddenly you see a little sparkle. No, not fool's gold, real gold. And guys, I can assure you, there are some out there that are not interested in the gold. They're interested in you and wanting you to be happy. And what do we want? We want to make them happy without a price tag attached to it. We have to say goodbye to those that see life as just for themselves, the ones that want to fight like a war to hold on to something that they want, that you also deserve, because they have no concept, maybe of you selling your properties, selling your car, whatever it is, and maybe splitting the money fairly between the two of you. Fairness is not always in everybody's mind. It's certainly not a concept that many Filipino understand. Doesn't mean that there aren't a lot of them that do also. But rather than fight over the spoils of war, sometimes you just have to walk away. And sometimes it's a good idea to get a good attorney. But whatever happens, that's a side issue to any relationship. The idea that you've got a prenuptial, pointless. Don't buy something if you need a prenuptial. Don't buy something that you've got to prenup. Just stay free. Stay liquid. After all, what does it matter if you're renting, if she's happy for you to be renting? She doesn't want you to buy? Or you just said, I'm not going to buy. That's a lot simpler than fighting for what is effectively something you've spent your life earning to now give away to someone who says, on your bike now. So that's my thought for the day. Focus on yourself, guys. Step back. I'm not expecting you to put lipstick on. Look in the mirror and kiss the mirror, because it's very hard to get the lipstick off the mirror. And boy, you look a clown with the lipstick all around your face because you've been kissing glass. But jokes aside, start thinking about yourself and what you get out of it. We're not talking about in the bedroom. We're talking about what you as a person feel about yourself now. Do you feel good about yourself? If you do, that's fine. If you don't, shake yourself up and get cracking and focus on yourself. Doesn't matter how ugly we are. It's about what's inside ourselves. You have a great day. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And remember, my teeth cost money. PayPal.me/John N. Childs. See you there, and I might be able to smile back at you with a whole load of nice little shiny pearlies. Bye now.